If you're a hoop maker and you're cutting a whole bunch of polycarb connectors like this, chances are you might have tried to cut it with your normal shark bite cutters that you use for your Polypro, but it's not a great way to do it because you have to use a heck of a lot of pressure to actually cut, and it'll dull your blade really quick. Another option people do is using a hacksaw. You get your length of polycarb, you measure it out, and then you cut it with a hacksaw. This totally works, but if you're producing more than 10 hoops a day, you're probably not going to want to do it because it's going to get really tiring. And you can only ask your little brother or sister to cut with a hacksaw so many times. So what we do, we set up this jig here with a standard bandsaw. This is a 9-inch benchtop bandsaw. I know that I want my polycarb connectors 1.625 inches. That seems to be pretty much what the industry standard is. I'll talk about what I got going on here. I've already set myself up a jig. I'm using a T-square right here, or 90-degree angle. And I have the distance between the square and the blade at 1.625 inches. So here's a piece that I've already cut, and I use that as a guide. If you don't have a piece, just grab yourself a tape measure, measure out your distance between your blade and your stop. You can also clamp on here a 2x4 piece of wood, piece of cardboard, whatever you have, so that when you are sliding your polycarb against it, it's going to stop and not move any further. So I've got this length of polycarb, goes about 8 feet long. So the idea with this is it keeps it level. If I didn't have these boxes over here and this set up to cut it, the polycarb is going to fall down off of this. It's going to kind of like wobble around back and forth a little bit. So this helps keep it more straight. The other thing I have going on is another guide right here to keep it straight as I'm bringing it in to cut. This allows me to get a nice clean cut on the end, so it's not at an angle or two. I've got a catch set up over behind my bandsaw, so as I am cutting, I go through about 20 lengths of polycarb at a time, and this will catch all of the pieces. Most importantly, before you start, safety glasses. This is going to be producing a whole lot of plastic. You don't want that crap in your eyes. And it's also very loud, so I throw some big earmuffs on as well, so that I don't annoy myself cutting this for the next hour. Before I get my next piece, I'm going to shut off my machine, just so it's not running over here. You never know what might happen. Somebody might come by. Turn your tools off before you grab your next piece of polycarb and start again. But I recommend doing this in batches. It's much more efficient manufacturing method to cut all of your material at once than it would be to like just cut 10 or 20 of these, say, and then go and do it again tomorrow. It takes time, but cut a couple hundred at a time, and then you have stock for the next couple weeks, months, whatever your hoop production schedule looks like. If you got any questions, let me know. Please leave a comment down below. Love engaging with you guys and helping you build better hoops. Thanks a bunch. Don't forget to subscribe.